Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now for their first possession. And leading him out, the former Jet, playing against his ex-team, the 39th overall pick in 2013, drafted by those Jets, Geno Smith.
Didn't exactly cover himself in glory during his time with the Jets, 11 and 18 as a starter. Almost wonder if not going in the first round and having to come back that second day of the draft was a precursor about what was going to happen with him with the Jets. Plenty of talent, great mind, a football gym rat, but it never came all together while he was in New York.
And now he's on the other side. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to Walker on first down. To the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Caught by Wilson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Jets hit the ball first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. This complete to Lockett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Geno. This one goes underneath to Walker. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Hardman on a return. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running right, here's Walker. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 29. Called an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Smith on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Back on the 35. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Smith got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
To the air again, Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Franklin Myers. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On second down now, it's Knight, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Knight. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get up near the 45. 2 yards, good enough for first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On play action, it's Rodgers. Now he's flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Knight. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw is Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Toss left side for Walker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Geno now to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Smith throwing again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This will get the lead up to 7. Myers' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, it's Knight. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Oh, he shifts past him. A second juke.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Knight. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Open man is Uzama. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Rodgers going to throw.
And he'll find Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now Rodgers got to have this one.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, 48 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Shifts by him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Now Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Knight, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And the 10-year vet knocks it to the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. From the 6. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.